You're watching 3 Questions with Kat. Overcome your obstacles and find success.
Hey everyone, it is Katherine Norland, and we are back for another episode of 3 Questions with Kat. I've got Callie here.
Hi.
You have been requesting her, so we made it happen. Callie, I have 3 questions to ask you.
Okay.
The first is, what stops people from having success?
Oh, I mean, I think it's all about your mindset. I think if you believe that you're not going to be successful, you will find a way subconsciously to sabotage yourself. But if you truly believe that you can do something, you will find a way to make it happen.
That is so true. You just explained that so simply. It's really because when we say something about ourselves, when we make up some excuse, we will do everything in our power to make sure we're right. It's almost like just so we can say, you see?
Yep.
I told you that girl would say no when I asked her out. I told you.
Confirmation bias.
Yeah, so this is one smart cookie over here. She's in law school, so she's been studying a lot. So I'm sure she's gonna have some great answers for you. Have you seen that play out in your own life?
I mean, absolutely. I think the biggest shift I've ever made for myself is changing my mindset and seeing myself as someone who's like capable. You know, you can think of yourself as so many things that are like out of your control, like smart or pretty or whatever, but once you start to see yourself as capable and resilient and things that are within your control, that's when you can really start making significant change.
And that's when you really start showing up for yourself, because if you believe you're those things, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and you will live into that. The second question is, how do you overcome obstacles?
Well, I mean, I think it's good to have a strategy to really like think about where you are and where you want to go and what your goals are. I think sometimes it's good to accept that exactly what you had in mind isn't necessarily what you're going to get or even what you're going to need. And you know, sometimes obstacles will lead you somewhere that you really like, that you never would have ended up in the first place.
Speak on that. That is so true. A lot of times we get these obstacles and we're like, this is gonna ruin everything. Or we get this, I was just telling someone today on a Cameo, they were asking me about what do you do when you handle disappointment, and I was talking about unexpected things come up, and sometimes it's not how you envisioned it. It wasn't your strategy. It's not what you had planned. Like when I moved to Hollywood, I did not think the thing I would be known for was a YouTube channel. But as a matter of fact, when I moved here to act, that YouTube hadn't been invented yet. So, so that tells you something. It's before you were born, sweetheart, before you were born. But you don't, it becomes something like you're like, I didn't imagine this. And sometimes when something happens out of the blue that we don't imagine or we didn't plan for or strategize for, it's easy to want to shut the door and think, this is bad, this is not what I wanted. But you're right, when you speak on that, it could lead you to something that's even better than you had imagined. And the thing you may have wanted might not have turned out well either.
Yeah.
This might be better than what you imagined. So that's really good for people to get in mind, to not be stuck and tied to what you think the outcome is going to be or what you think it's going to look like, because the different thing might be even better.
Just because you doesn't get what you want.
Just because you doesn't mean.
Just because you didn't get what you want doesn't mean you're not going to get something you love.
I love that. We should like quote that. We should put that on t-shirts. Just because you don't get what you want doesn't mean you won't get something you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be on a t-shirt. Okay, we're gonna do that. Final question is, Callie, what do you wish you would have known 5 years ago? Like, what is some new information that's come into your life that has changed your mindset and perspective, and you're like, oh, if I would have known this sooner, I would be better off or in a different place, mentally, any kind of way?
Yeah, I mean, I guess really just the 2 things I said before. Like, I wish I had known that the most important thing that I can be is capable and resilient and willing to fight for myself, you know? Like, things aren't always gonna go my way, things aren't always gonna go how I imagined them, but there's no situation, and I truly believe this, there's no situation that I will face that I will not find a way through. And as long as you believe that and you know that about yourself, everything's gonna be fine.
Wow, that is, I mean, if I had that mindset at your age, I mean, it would have been a game changer. So, I mean, but you can adopt this at any age. Anybody listening to this now, it's really about just sinking into, I am capable. I will figure this out. Look, I've gotten this far in my life. I've gotten over all these other trials. Everyone watching, you've been through something. You've been through something that at the time you didn't think you were going to make it through. You didn't think you were going to get over that breakup. You didn't think you were going to get better. You didn't think that there was going to be light at the end of the tunnel, and you got through it. And now it's like, wow, anything else that may come up for you, you got to know you got this. You can figure it out. Nothing can stop you except your own mindset. No circumstance, nothing outwardly can stop you. Just like people who become paraplegics and they think, oh, I can't play sports anymore. And yet there's basketball teams and wheelchairs. There's everything you can imagine. The only limitation is your mind and your mindset. So good. Callie, where can people find you if they want to look you up?
It's Callie Walker is my username on all platforms. I mostly use Instagram.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for being here today, and we will see you next time on another episode of 3 Questions with Kat. Bye.
Bye.
Get the tips you need to reach your dreams.